Hi, this is Faith, and you are watching The Faith Factor. Holla.
Hello, hello. This is Faith, and you are watching The Faith Factor. What's going on to everybody that's in the audience? I know it's like hella early, or I should say hella late. Wherever you are, it's either early or late, depending on what you like to do. But I am usually a night owl. I'm usually up around this time. So for me, this is the perfect time to be on some effery. And yes, I am going to talk about what everybody's talking about. This is a trending, hot, sizzling hot topic. We gonna talk about Mr. We gonna talk about this. Whew, Lord have mercy, Mr. Cat Williams. Mr. Cat Williams, hold up, Mr. Cat Williams. See, I watched that Shannon Sharp interview, and I got some questions, Mr. Cat Williams. I mean, I admire you, Mr. Cat Williams. You have many accomplishments under your belt. You have so many Netflix specials under your belt, and you've done all these different comedy tours, and you have actually surpassed some of the greats. So I'm not here to hate on you, Mr. Cat Williams. I'm not. That's not what Faith is here to do. But Mr. Williams, if you gonna be a truth teller, if you saying that you out here for the truth, right? If you gonna tell it, then you ought to tell it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be out here doing the half-ass truth telling. And see, what I see, Mr. Cat Williams, is I see you talking about, yeah, BMT. He said it would be the year of truth, right? So I'm guessing that he gonna tell the rest of it later, because what I saw in that interview was not no truth telling. What I saw him doing in that interview was he and Shannon were sitting there drinking cognac, cackling like two high school girls, gossiping. That's what I saw. I didn't see not nan receipt, not nan. And when he came on there, he said that it was going to be all about the truth, and it's about time. This is the year for truth telling, and you know I got the proof, and and I'm sitting up here. I watched 2 hours and 45 minutes. I watched, and I was waiting for him to give the proof that he said he had, but all he did was call people liars. Oh, I don't know why people lie. They just lie. And then he went on to continue to gossip and just spill the tea on everybody, all his industry friends, all his industry buddies. He just went on and spilled that tea on. Oh yeah, he was telling on everybody. But I bet you this one thing, no. I bet you he wasn't telling on himself. Ain't that right, Mr. Cat Williams? So Cat Williams painted everybody else to be this horrible person, especially Steve Harvey, and especially he had it out for Kevin Hart. And see, we gotta sit up here and we gotta, ask ourselves, why is he doing this? Why is Cat Williams, all of a sudden now he wait 20 years? This is some stuff that's been going on for some decades. And he just waiting till now, to just let it all out. Seems to me like somebody's a little bitter about something. Might be a mixture of bitterness mixed with the Napoleon complex. I don't know. Don't know. But what I do know is, Mr. Cat Williams, you cannot be pointing the finger at people and saying Cedric the Entertainer stole my joke. Cedric the Entertainer, he took what I did and he just repackaged it and he called it a spaceship. But here you are, you're sitting up here doing the same thing. You did the same thing to JP Smooth with his intro. JP Smooth had a really, really cool intro, y'all, that he used to do back in 1989. And lo and behold, Mr. Cat Williams decides, you know what? I think I like that intro. I think I'm going to go ahead and try that intro on for size. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what happens when the person that's pointing the finger at everybody is also doing the same exact thing that he's accusing everybody of doing? Exactly, Hatch Dragon. He said he's picking safe targets. He's picking the safe targets. Because I know he's not going to do that to anybody that's a little bit higher. He's not going to do that to them. And what's this about you sucker punching a seventh grader? See, you didn't talk about, how the dirty lowdown things that you have done. Yeah, so I heard that you sucker punch a 12-year-old. And then that 12-year-old turned around and kicked your ass. That's what I heard. Word on the street is, Cat Williams, you round here sucker punching seventh graders and getting your ass handed back to you in return. Did you say that in the interview? I wonder. Bet you didn't bring that up, though. Bet you didn't bring that up. But so here we are. We got Corey Holcomb. He's kind of, shouting you out. He's calling you out, Cat. He's saying, hey, if you're going to tell it, you got to tell it all. So what's up with JP Smooth's music joint? What's up with that? So we're going to listen to a little bit of what Corey Holcomb has to say about that. And then we'll get back to my commentary.
To talk about who we are as well. So if you got a person and they literally talking about everybody but ain't saying nothing about themselves, that's a red flag for me. And don't get it wrong, I don't want no problems with Cat. I root for Cat. I'm glad Cat got all the fame he got. But I'm saying, man, come on, Cat. I'm from the underground, homie. You yelling out the joke thieves. You telling me you don't know nothing about that? Hey, come on now. Stop that joke stealing stuff. Cedric the Entertainer is one of the best comedians from our underground when we came up. Cedric the Entertainer, if you want to say he stole the joke, I don't know nothing about it. But I'm telling you, Cedric the Entertainer is one of the best ever. Not a hype job. He ain't got it. All that stuff about Cedric only had 4 specials. I don't care what special Cedric had. Cedric is a headliner. Yeah, like you remember Cam Newton said, game changers?
Yeah.
Cedric a game But when it comes to jokes, nigga, Cedric the Entertainer is one of the elites. And I ain't got no motherfucking dog in this fight. Cedric the Entertainer, one of the elites. I can't say that about a lot of other people. But Ced is one of them few comics that been rocking the house for 30 years plus.
Take away a nigga accolades from one joke. He can't.
All I'm saying is, man, you saw I said, I don't know what happened with the joke, but I'm going to tell you something, man. It's a comic named J.B. Smooth. This was one of the greatest underground comics ever, but J.B. Smooth started being around, the other crowd, Larry David and all them. They funny too, but when J.B. Smooth was in his element, the underground, he was one of the best ever. And I'm telling you, I dare somebody to say this ain't true, because I could get 1,000 comics to bag me up. On Cat First Special, where I root for Cat. But that joke where he do like, man, if you listen to this song, you can do anything off this song. That's J.B. Smooth joke, homie. I can get 1,000 comics to bag me up.
Music. Absolute. And he says...
I'm talking about... I want to make sure people understand it's a certain joke he did. I think this was his first special where it's like, man, I can get 1,000 comics to tell you.
That's the shit. That's the shit. That's the shit. Y'all know that's the shit.
Mr. DJ, that's my song too, nigga. That's play the song again for no reason. Let me see it. Shit! Cut it off. That's my shit.
That shit was made for walking.
And you see how, he tooted up the intro music the same way that JB Smooth tooted up his intro music. And JB Smooth, he always used to say, that's my shit. Cat Williams, verbatim, that's my shit. But we're going to continue to play.
Any nigga can walk to that shit. A crippled man can walk to that shit. Kick that bitch again. Nigga, I don't care if you cripple. You hear some music, oh, wait a minute, nigga. Oh, shit, wait a minute. Oh, shit. Ow, bow down. Girl, don't look at me like I'm crazy, because you hear that shit? Flavor in your ear. That's a shit. Woo, girl, you know a song is a shit. If you can stand online waiting for your food stamps to the beat of that motherfucker, kick that shit again.
That's my shit.
Here we go.
I'm just saying, if you went to the grocery
That's
store
my
and
shit.
playing that song, you buy everything in that bitch. You know you ain't got but $78. You just in that motherfucker.
So rather than him use the food stamps, he's just saying you could be at the grocery store and you could only have about $7-8. So whereas JV Smooth said you'll be at the grocery store with your food stamps and you hear the song, now he's gonna say you could be at the grocery store with $7 or $8 and hear the song. And now look at him do the exact same routine as JV.
Stop, sir, I said. Fucking play it again. You saying that's my shit.
That's my
I don't
shit.
fuck where you from. That's the shit. I want white people. Don't feel left the fuck out. I see y'all. Don't feel left out. That shit is for white people too. You know what song is the shit? If white people can rock that motherfucker, you know what song is the shit? If white ass Superman can fly to the motherfucker, hit that bitch.
Now see, watch this. This is JB doing the Superman on the suit. Funny shit, right?
Oh, gotta explain this shit.
Even if you're a librarian, just play that shit at the library. See how that shit feel. You just in the library. Shit. Turn it off, sir. Don't play it again. I'm just saying that's the shit. I'm saying if you went to heaven and they were playing that song, you know it's finna be a party in heaven. You just walk in heaven.
So see, now instead of him doing the
Sir, don't
Superman,
play it again,
he
I
did
said.
the angel party in heaven.
Shit. You know when you're a true nigga, you'll stop doing whatever you're doing and start dancing.
And I don't know who this is,
You
but
should be
he
making
also
love to your
stole
girlfriend.
JB.
Woo, girl, a nigga, get up, get up.
Just saying, fellas, if your relationship ain't working right, stop fucking your woman to slow songs. Fucking to some gangster shit. Just as soon as she walk in, just...
Every day I'm hustling.
She could be like this.
I ain't gonna let that shit.
Nigga, I gotta go to work in the morning. Sir, I asked you not to play the song again, didn't I? Just saying that's my shit. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, if you worked at McDonald's, you was working the drive-thru and somebody came through and ordered a number 7, and you was the only one working in that bitch. Even then, just put that on the PA system. You just...
Every day I'm hustling. 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 Who the fuck you think you're fucking with? See, that's all O.J. Simpson need right now. A little bit of music in the courtroom. Nigga be black all over again. Wait a minute, I didn't do it. Huh? I didn't do it. What? Woo! I didn't do it. Wait a minute! I didn't do it! I didn't do it! Woo! I had to cut it! I didn't do it. You know them old men when they see them young girls in the club? You know what they do. Don't you know what I'm talking about, Cat Daddy? Hey, girl, come here. Don't you get me started up in there. Wait a minute. What? Don't you get me started. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Then you get them big old fat women. Come here, Daddy. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. I'm not explaining the goddamn thing. That is the shit. What's up? What's happening, New York?
What's going on, Chicago? Shit!
So see, I'm gonna stop it right there because you see how JV Smooth, did his little dance and stuff, and he's like, "What's up, New York?" And then the other comedian, whoever he is, he goes, "Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?" And then here's Cat Williams, "What's up, Chicago?" So the way he did the whole entire joke, and that joke in and of itself, it took 3 minutes to set up. Okay? So it's mighty funny to me that from start to finish, this joke has the same similarity as JP Smooth's from start to finish. But you over here saying that other people is stealing. You're over here saying other people are stealing from you, but you have stolen from other people, and you're not telling what you stole. Now I will, say shout out to Corey Holcomb, because at least when Corey Holcomb came out, Corey Holcomb admitted that he stole material before from other comedians. He said that that's something that runs rampant in their little circle, that all comedians usually steal from each other. So shout out to homeboy for keeping it all the way real. And so far he's the only one keeping it all the way real. But Kat, you sat over there on the couch and said that 2024 was going to be the year of truth, right? But yeah. So how come you didn't tell on yourself? Corey Holcomb told on himself. You could have told us that you was out here stealing jokes too, while you were over here, dropping the dime on everybody else. So it's what you're doing is the equivalent of everybody was involved in the bank robbery, right? Everybody was standing there stuffing money in the bags, and you was there too. But then when everybody get caught, rounded up, everybody else, they keep their mouth shut. You the only one snitching. You the only one stitching, but you not telling them that you took money too. You just snitching on everybody else so you can get the fuck off. Exactly. They all steal from each other. Holding all the aces. Shout out to him. He says, looks like Cat Williams was stealing jokes just like the kings of comedy. He also says he was telling the truth, not just the whole truth. Shout out to Holding All the Aces. And please do subscribe to Holding All the Aces. He has another channel too. Great content. Definitely want to check him out. Excuse me, y'all. And also, if you guys kind of hear me sound a little hoarse every now and then I have to mute, it's because I have to mute to cough, because I am getting over the most horrible cold. I think my doctor said I had some kind of RTG virus that's going around. So I've had this cold for a minute now, and I'm really trying to kick it, guys. So yeah. Business Minded Talk, what's up? Thank you so much for being a channel member. He says they all steal from each other. BMT also says half truths are still lies. Facts on facts. If you're going to tell it, then you might as well tell it all. But not only that, but it's just being a hypocrite in general. Just the hypocrisy in general. There were certain things that I heard in that interview that I didn't quite, like. Like, I didn't like the part where he was talking about that actor that's currently in court, for beating his girlfriend or his wife. I forget his name. But he was saying that the industry, pretty much promotes who they want to promote to the public. And so he was saying that since black people started liking Negroid features, he's like, come on. And then he called the man an ugly boy. He's like, ugly boy, please, you know. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, that sounds pretty nasty. You know, that don't sound too good to me. Jonathan Majors, yes. Which, you know, to me, I think Jonathan Majors is an attractive guy, you know, but, you know, not as attractive as my guy. My guy is actually the most handsome man in the universe. But Jonathan Majors is not ugly because he has Negroid features. So I didn't like the fact that he called him an ugly boy because he pointed out that, you know, black people don't like Negroid features. So that was one of many things that he said. But what one thing that really, really stood out to me, and I want to go to that interview and play just a little bit of it because he backtracking, did a lot of backtracking, a lot of, you know, a lot of hypocrisy here. Okay, so here's the interview right here. Cat Williams Unleashed Club Shay Shay. Let me go ahead and stop sharing this screen, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here. Here we go. Club Shay Shay. Y'all see it up there on the screen, I hope. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna blow it up a little bit. Make it bigger. Boom. There we go. Yes, nice and big so you all can see it. So there's a part here where Shannon asks him about the Taraji P. Henson thing, you know, that she has going on with Oprah and Tyler Perry and, you know, all of them, saying that she's underpaid and all this stuff. So I want you to hear his reaction to this, and then I'm going to take you back to when he was on a radio show and he was asked the same thing about Monique. And I'm just going to let you guys hear the two differences in his responses. And this lets you know who and what you're dealing with. This lets you know who and what you're dealing with. So without further ado, let me go ahead and play it on up, y'all.
This could be it. All right. How's that looking? If you can do that, it'll change your life. You'll really start making decisions and living your life like this all you got. Just this one day. But you could be a winner. You could be a winner on this day. It's just work ethic. And not the work ethic they talk about. They tell you work ethic where they do all these movies. I'm the hardest working man. Well, no, everybody goes to work every day.
Right.
Yeah. I'm saying, I go to work all the time. Everybody who works goes to work every day. Shut up. Shut up. You get, what? You think I respect you more than my gardener? I don't. He work every day. Rain or shine.
I don't know if you saw this, but Taraji P. Henson got extremely emotional the other day. She was giving an interview.
Yes.
And saying that they're vastly underpaid. It's the math is not mathing. They get X amount of dollars by the time Uncle Sam get his cut, by the time the agency get their cut, and what you see they were supposed to get is a fraction of that. Where do you come down on that, Cat?
It was the saddest thing ever because imagine being in your genre, in your sub-niche, whatever it is. Imagine being in your lane. Imagine being one of the very top of your lane. That to the point where if they don't take you for the role, there's not 3 black actresses that they can say are bigger than you that we're going to give this to. Imagine you being at that point and have to humble yourself and say, they're not paying me, y'all. And they not making my pay go up because I'm doing better or nothing. It don't matter to them that I'm famous and people know me or nothing. They want to pay me exactly what they paying the new girl. And I've been suffering under it for a decade now and just taking it. I just been getting whooped. But I just got to come say, this is wrong. We should be ashamed. But this is a country where we don't pay the teachers, and then we say the kids is the most important thing. You can't.
Okay, so this is what he had to say about Taraji P. Henson's situation that she's going through, right? So I'm going to stop sharing this and I'm going to take you back down memory lane because he was also asked at a different time about Monique. And see, I can't help it, y'all, but it's just like when I see people being a hypocrite, it really, really bothers me. It does. So hold on, let me make sure that you guys are able to see this. Okay, yeah, I got it up here for you. But I want you to hear his answer when he's asked about Monique.
Well, everybody has to understand that Netflix doesn't have an opinion on stand-up comedy. They base what they pay you by the amount of ticket sales for your last tour. So Monique's last tour had 316,000 tickets. Therefore, that's what she got offered. My last tour had $2.4 million tickets, and so that's what the offer was.
Wow.
So basically, he's saying that Netflix pays you based off your last ticket sales that you had at your last comedy show. So however many butts you got in the seat, that's how much Netflix would offer you. But I'm gonna let him continue.
If people understand that it's not personal,
right?
Then they could just,
I didn't know that,
for free, take that to work and get their numbers up.
Yeah.
Dude,
But Netflix don't call nobody. That's the joke. The joke is Netflix ain't giving me. First of all, Netflix ain't call you. Knock it off. Is Coca-Cola knocking on people's door to see what type of beverage they having today?
So they go by those ticket sales. That's dope.
What else could they go by?
Yeah.
And
I thought it was like popularity.
What comedian don't think everybody can't wait for their next special? Who don't think they got something to say? The fact of the matter is what makes a great comedy special is if 100 people talk at the same time that you talking, are you saying something different than them people are saying?
No.
Because if you are, then you deserve a special. And if you don't, you're going to find out you're not special. Because they're going to let you do your special, Gerard Carmichael, but nobody's going to watch it. They're going to let you be a star, Lil Rel, but you ugly. And white people don't believe in ugly stars. They think you have to be somebody that women want to sleep with and men want to be. But because we black, they say, oh, you don't even deserve that. So you get Kevin Hart, Lil Rel, Gerard Carmichael, all in a row, Hannibal Buress, just dudes that no woman would talk to in Lenox Mall, let alone you making them movie stars. Why? Because ain't nobody gonna sleep with them. You only got Tiffany Haddish. She been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back to back.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right there. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? So you heard what he had to say to Shannon about Taraji's situation. Oh, it's just so sad. Oh, it's just kind of like how we don't pay the teachers and this, that, and the other, and somebody at the top of their game, and you got to be putting up with getting paid just like the new girl and all this other stuff. But Monique was saying that she was at the top of her game as a female comedian at the time. And Monique was saying that, she had, many things under her belt as the reason why she could have got paid more. But you said that Monique need to get her ass out there and she need to, put in the work, make herself more relevant, make herself more worthy. I would say that where Taraji is at right now in her career is where Monique was at in her career when she was complaining. But there's, a double standard. You had no sympathy for Monique. All the sympathy though for Taraji. So this is what we're dealing with, just in those two differences. And I believe that it was Spade that brought this up. It's because Taraji's an actress and not a comedian. It's because he has a problem with other comedians, period. Period. And I sat there and I listened to him, pump himself up. Now, another thing that you all might not have caught listening to that conversation between him and Shannon, but in one part of the conversation, I'm so sorry I can't bring it up on the video because I was looking for that sound bite. But Shannon asked him a really good question. He said, you know what? Kevin Hart bought out Comic View. How come you don't buy, Def Comedy Jam if you think that there's too many gatekeepers? Do like Kevin Hart did. He bought Comic View. Why don't you buy Def Comedy Jam? And I don't remember exactly what his response was, but I remember him dodging the question by aggrandizing himself. He was like, well, no, I don't want to do that, and it was not a good reason that he gave for why he would not want to purchase Def Jam or Comic View or, any of these other venues that other comedians, could come up off of. But he goes, oh, I go on tour. I bring all the comedians with me. I have toured with all different types of comedians. So Cat Williams thinks that he can just tour forever. You think you can tour forever, and this is how you're going to put people on. Can anybody in the chat room type down in the chat room, name me one comedian that Cat Williams put on? Who did he make famous? Because he said that he went on these tours with all these different comedians, right? Who actually came up and became a millionaire, a household name under Cat Williams? What's up? I am pretty damn gangsters in the house. BMT said because he doesn't have that kind of money. That could be it. And see, that's another thing. I think he could be jealous of Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart does have that kind of money. Kevin Hart has had a lot of success very early in his career and surpassed him. And I think somebody's jealous. For those of you listening that have been around Black YouTube long enough to know about the manosphere, you guys know who the manosphere rejects are, right? Well, I'm going to do a little comparison thing here, okay? But to me, Cat Williams sounds like a manosphere reject right now. Because just think about it. He's over here complaining about, it's too many gatekeepers and, Steve Harvey calling himself the king of comedy and, and they all were, Steve Harvey was a king and Cedric the Entertainer got to be a king and Ricky Smiley and, he's naming off all the people that got to be in the King of Comedy Club. And mind you, the Kings of Comedy was just a gimmick. Those guys all got together And they worked together to create an economy for themselves so that they could all make money. And Cat Williams during that time was still relatively unknown. So he could not be a king of comedy during that time. And he was mad because he didn't get to, be part of the boys club. So he's a manosphere reject right now. And now, if you guys have ever been here in YouTube and you've seen any of the manosphere rejects, they all have the same thing in common. They go online, either they go from panel to panel and they want to start fights with everybody in the manosphere, because not because they're really actually against the manosphere, it's because they were rejected. And later on down the line, they'll let their slip show that that's what they really mad about. I think this is what Cat Williams is really mad about. And now here comes Kevin Hart, even later in the game than him. And Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer and Ricky Smiley and all the comedians welcome him into the fold. Just like that. And he has nothing but success. Now, he can blame it on the Illuminati, and he can blame this, and he can blame that. But at the end of the day, success is success. And he's mad. He not little mad, he big mad. So Shannon asked him the question, well, how come you just don't, buy Comic View like Kevin Hart did? Oh, well, I go on my tours and, I travel with all my comedians. Now, I don't know if any of you know how it is to be a comedian. I dated a comedian briefly. But when a comedian knows that a big headliner comedian is coming to town, they get excited. You want to know why? Because they have a shot to audition to be their opening, not opening headliner, but open for that comedian. So usually when a larger name comedian comes to town, the local comedians would go and they would audition to open for him, to be the opening act. But since Mr. Cat Williams already comes traveling with all his comedians, anywhere that he goes, none of the local comedians have an opportunity to display their talents. Because you see, more people will come to see a show if they see a big, heavy headliner. And this is what my ex would tell me. He was like, every time he knows that a larger comedian is coming to town, he gets excited because he knows he gets to audition, and there will be more people going to the show just because that person's name is in the headline. And so that's more exposure for new talent. If Cat Williams travels already with comedians that he's already handpicked from city to city, then none of the local comedians in the cities that he goes to perform at gets a chance to display their talents. And that's the reason why when he did that interview with Willie D was asking him what was up between him and that one comedian guy. Because the guy said that Cat Williams came to his town and they acted like, they were going to, allow the local comedians to come in and, work to open up the show for him. He said, but when The guy said he got to the comedy club. Cat Williams' bodyguards linked arms and wouldn't let him in. And once again, Cat Williams didn't really give a good explanation as to why that happened. So Cat Williams, you're supposed to be out here giving, people exposure, as you say, which to this day, I don't know who you made rich. Why did you lock old boy out? He sits up there and says, well, I travel with my comedians and, I already have my roster and, but I paid him for showing up and he didn't even have to do anything. Don't you know, Cat? Don't you know? Some of these local comedians would have worked for free just to get the exposure. They would have worked for free. So he didn't want your little money. He probably wanted you to let him get a shot at the stage. And he didn't get a shot at the stage, fucking around with you. So, it's just a lot of stuff. Like I said, you have to really be paying attention to what is not being said. I watched both the Shannon interview and I watched the Willie D interview. And none of it was adding up for me. None of it. But now I want to show you another side of Cat Williams, because everybody's sitting up here pedestalizing this guy. And see, I want you to know, before you pedestalize anybody, I want to show you how Trick Daddy went off on Cat Williams first. Because I happen to think that this was funny. I do happen to think that this was funny. So we'll see what Trick Daddy had to say.
Rapper Trick Daddy is in the headlines, you guys. And guess what? He responded to Cat Williams' viral video that was dissing him and talking about his restaurant and talking about him personally, saying that he had health issues. Okay. Now, I'm going to show the clip where Cat went off on old Trick Daddy, and we're going to get Trick Daddy's response after the viral clip of Cat Williams.
No, for the first time, it don't matter what the fuck you look like, you can fucking make it. Trick Daddy is rich and famous. I don't give a fuck who you is, you ain't ugly than Trick Daddy, bitch. That man look like a number 2 album.
He said that man looked like a number 2 bowel movement. So basically, he said Trick Daddy looked like a piece of doo-doo. But let me just continue.
He can make it, you can make it. That man got herpes, syphilis, gonorrhea, lupus, and he got a restaurant and a cooking show, and he eat ass. You can make it. You shouldn't need no motivation.
You shot straight, but you shot late. High level. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown.
Cat Williams, your little pussy ass get on the Sharp show and just get in your little bitch ass feelings and get in ways, and you say all type of shit you ain't supposed to say. See, there's a lot of shit about certain rap niggas I could say, but I know it's some shit that I shouldn't say, so I don't say it. You said some slick shit about me in one of your stand-up. You was being sarcastic, saying that if Trick Daddy can own a restaurant, you can do anything. Look, well, nigga, you bull-dagging looking ass fuck nigga. Keep my name out your mouth. I'm not no comedian. I'm a street nigga first, okay? Keep my name out your mouth, bitch ass nigga. Keep Ricky Smiley name out your mouth. Keep all OG's name out your mouth. If you don't like a person, you don't say it. I've told people that I didn't think you was funny. I ain't never say I didn't like you. And I'm glad I didn't never say I didn't like you, because by me not thinking you were funny, I actually saw you one day and I was laughing my ass off. I was crying laughing one day. Remember that little boy put you in the headlock? I was crying fucking laughing that day, nigga. Listen, man, stop talking about other niggas to be relevant in the game, the trend. Because you was trending today, and I'm going to be trending tomorrow on your bitch ass. And I'm with whatever you with, nigga. And every nigga, every comedian, everybody who you told a story got more money than me and you. You on my level, bitch ass nigga. Ha ha. The joke on you, bitch ass nigga. You ain't funny. You're a fucking joke. Stop making fun of other niggas. Black folk, we have to stop belittling our brothers and sisters to get a platform, to get shares, to get likes, to get views, to trend. We have to stop.
Now that was Trick Daddy.
All right, so that was Trick Daddy, right? And the reason I led with this video is because the part where he said he was laughing at Cat Williams, how he got beat up by that 12-year-old. Now, when I tell you I didn't think that they actually had this damn video on the internet, I actually found the video where Cat Williams was getting his ass beat by a 7th grader. And I'm going to go ahead and share that one with you real quick. And the thing about it is, the little boy was in his face. But what Cat Williams did made me lose all respect for his ass, because he sucker punched a 7th grader. How you sucker punching a kid? So let me go ahead and share this with you. Yeah, this. Let's see how you feel about your savior now that he go over here sucker punching little kids. Hold on a second. Back this up. There we go.
Well, then you know what to do.
Okay, did y'all see that shit? Did y'all see him sucker punch that kid? Let me go back in case y'all missed it. Yeah, you saw him. You saw that shit, right?
At this. Somebody come look at this.
Did you miss it? Did you miss it again? Hold on, I'll play it again. Sucker punch.
Look.
Yeah.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this. Goddamn. Oh, you can get your
wrestling on the ground. Cat Williams cannot even handle a 7th grader. This 7th grader put his ass in the Look at him. You let a little skinny, scrawny 7th grader put you in a chokehold. Yeah. Pretty pathetic. That was pathetic. So, I don't know. I mean, he telling a lot of stuff, y'all. He telling us a lot of stuff. But he not telling on himself. He's not telling on himself while he telling on everybody else. And see, this, I don't respect that. I just can't. He told some truths. Some stuff was true. But, you know, he withheld a lot of stuff, especially the stuff that he did. It don't even matter, Hustler and Muscular. It don't even matter why he hit the boy. There was no reason under the sun for him to sucker punch that little boy like that. None. You can't even say it was self-defense because he threw the first punch. So it was wild, that you threw the first punch and still ended up getting your ass kicked by a 12-year-old. And now you come back, reinvent yourself, try to, hype yourself up to everybody that you this truth teller, that you this mighty beacon of hope for the industry. But you got all these skeletons in your closet. So now I can't. Sorry, I can't. I can't give it to you, Cat. I can't do it. You stole JB's joke. You shitted on Monique when she was going through her thing, but then you turn around and you uphold Taraji. You sucker punched a 12-year-old. You did a lot of shit, Cat. You just out here doing a lot of shit. And I got no respect for you. I don't respect it at all. It's not nothing that I can say, this is a guy that I can definitely trust, that I can stand behind. I don't now after all of this, I can't say I trust you. My feeling for you have changed. And there'll still be people that's gonna, fanboy out for you because we got more fans than we got people that actually think for themselves. But I think for myself. And I'm not gonna blindly follow. If Cat was a real one, if this is one of your fanboys coming in here, ready to fanboy out, just saw a grown ass man sucker punch a 7th grader, but he talking about Cat a real one. If Cat was a real one, why didn't he tell on himself while he was telling on everybody else? Why didn't he talk about how he steal jokes too? At least Corey Holcomb, when he was, talking about Cat Williams, Corey Holcomb had the I'm gonna tell you, he had enough integrity to say, hey, this is something that all comedians do. I've stolen a joke before. And Corey Holcomb told on himself. The same way that Corey Holcomb told on himself, I would have respected Cat Williams more if he was spilling the tea and said, you know what? I stole jokes too, but it's the principle of the matter. The reason why I feel the way I feel is because of this, that, and the other. I could have respected it more because that would have showed me that he was telling the whole truth. But the mere fact that he was at the bank stealing right along with everybody else, and then when the police did their roundup, he told on everybody and he was the only person to get off. That's what Cat Williams is doing. He's snitching on everybody because he want to be the only one to get off. And there ain't no honor in that. I'm sorry. I don't know what hood any of y'all grew up in, or if any of y'all ever grew up in the hood, but I did. There's no honor in that shit. So at the end of the day, guys, that's the reason why I wanted to come up here. It's been 1 hour. I think I presented my side of things, told enough of my story and how I feel about the situation. But you know what? You guys let me know in the comment section Please like, share, and subscribe. And with that, I got to say, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in this late at nighttime. If you're catching this on the replay, do like, please share, and subscribe. And hit me up with the super things. And with that, I got to say, mwah, love each and every one of you. Peace, and I'm out of here. Holla.